Well, isn't that dream a bit too big for you? Have you ever been told this very, uncomfortable phrase? Let me know, because I know I have. And I wanted to share with you today a few tips, some food for thought as well, and a very specific exercise that you can do next time you're confronted with somebody doubting you, whether that's from the outside or even from the inside out. Okay, so hello and welcome. I'm excited you're here. In case you haven't met before, my name is Katrin from bloomwithkatrin.com. I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest over here in Germany. Now, please don't be shy. Whether you're on live with me here today or on the replay, please let me know where you're tuning in from so I have a chance to come back at you and say hello, circle back. I'm looking forward to chatting with you a little bit later on. So I'm here to help you take your offline side gig, side business, and turn it into an online business that's not only going to be sustainably successful, but it's going to be feeling good from the inside out. And can we just agree on, when we're confronted with doubters, that that's not a very good feeling, right? So how might we deal with that? And how can we still move forward? Okay, that's what I'm going to be discussing with you today. But first off, let me know if you're, brave enough to let us know, have you ever been told by somebody other than yourself that, like, I don't know what your dream might have been. Maybe it was quitting your job. Maybe it was retiring your spouse. Maybe it was paying off your debt within a few years. Maybe it's working full-time from home and taking care of the kids. Not only being an amazingly successful entrepreneur, mompreneur, if you're anything like me, right? And being a great mom or dad for that matter, right? At the same time, might that be a dream that might seem too big for some people in your surroundings? Or might it just be something as crazy as wanting to live wherever, with whomever, in whichever shape or form you decide? Okay, so we can all have huge dreams. Maybe your dream is even smaller, and you've been told, that's not very reasonable. Isn't that a little ridiculous even, right? Aren't you asking for too much when you really want to go for your dream? Now, let me know, because I know I've been on both ends of the spectrum, right? I have been told, people have shared their dreams with me a couple of years ago. And when I used to hear those huge dreams, I was like, well, that's right, really huge dream. And to be honest here, and to also hopefully help you in case you talk with somebody, you share your dreams and they don't go, oh, awesome, you're going to go for that, and I know you can make it, but they're actually a bit doubtful of you, to maybe remember this, okay? When a friend of mine shared that she was on her way to make a 7-figure income next year, I was like, whoa, that was completely out of my reach. It was, for me, completely unthinkable that anybody could earn that much money, okay? This has changed in the meantime, but still, and what I wanted was, I didn't want to, imply that she wasn't good enough or that she wasn't going to make it. Quite on the contrary, I was coming from a place of care, of concern. If you wish, I wanted to maybe help her see that that might be too big, so as to protect her from disappointment, if that makes sense, right? So oftentimes when we tell them our dreams and they come back with something like, oh, are you sure? Isn't that a bit of a too big of a dream for you, right? They usually come from a place of care and concern, but still it can be detrimental, right? I don't know how you feel when you have that dream and you get brave enough to talk about it, and there's people oftentimes in our families, right? They maybe don't necessarily get what you're doing, right? Especially if you're building a business and you're the first entrepreneur in the family, like it's the case for me, right? That can be disheartening. And it's not going to, provide us with the wind underneath our wings, right? That we sometimes do need. So here's what I wanted to share with you and what's helping me when people start doubting my dreams, my goals, where I'm going. Okay, here's the thing. So imagine this, okay? So you're walking. Oh, hang on. I wanted to teach this side. I actually put a note there to not confuse sides, but anyhow, you're gonna bear with me, will you? So you're walking your way, right? You're talking about your dreams with a friend or a family member or whomever it might be. And they go like, are you sure? Katrin, taking me as an example here, right? What they're actually doing is they're offering me a new set of shoes. And now, here's the crazy part. It's my choice. I can choose, going back to last week's video about the difference between decision and choice, right? I can choose. I get to choose. I'm blessed with free will. I can choose whether I want to continue in my shoes or take the new ones, right? Does that make sense so far? Because here's the thing. And it really doesn't matter whether the doubts are or we're confronted with doubts from people who are external to us, as opposed to coming from the inside, because this is what happens a lot for me. And let me know whether you can relate. I'd love to know if I'm the only one. I hope I'm not. Let me know, right? So people will start doubting my dreams, my goals, what I'm doing, and I can feel my inner doubts, my inner doubter, if that exists in English, I'm not quite sure, let me know. I can feel how that's resonating with it, right? So we even can doubt ourselves, and that can be just as detrimental as well. So here's my picture with the shoes, right? So we're walking, amazing. I can go for this. I can do everything I want. I can achieve anything in this world if I put my mind to it and the energy to it, and I invest and I learn and I do the things, right? Because dreaming, let's agree on this, isn't enough, right? We need to do the deeds as well. So we're walking, we're doing our things, and then there's some kind of doubt that we hear, okay? Whether that's somebody else or whether that's a part of us trying to protect us, presumably, right? Telling us, oh, Katrin, are you sure? Isn't that a bit of too big of a dream for you, right? And now we get to choose what we do. We can continue on our walk towards our goals. We can continue. We can choose to move forward anyhow, or to change into that other pair of shoes and start walking in that supposedly presumable security and guarantee. Because here's the thing, and that's what I get a lot from my family, is, can you guarantee your success? And I said, no, I can't. But at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed in this life. We're not even promised tomorrow, right? So it really comes down to a choice. And let me know whether you're with me on this. It comes down to a choice of what it is, what kind of experiences I want in my life, okay? Do I want the safety road, the norm, that anybody can do and anybody can understand and grasp, right? And here's the thing, because I used to let that hold me back. And I know the feeling, that nagging here behind my right ear of what if? What if I'd mastered this skill? What if I kept going even though the odds were seemingly against me? What might have happened if I only stuck with it, right? Or did it anyhow, even though my parents, friends, business partners, mentors, uplines told me do something different, right? What if I hadn't listened? And where would I be now? Who would I be now? Who would I be helping, right? Those kinds of things. So that's a choice we can make, right? We can choose the safety guaranteed path, and we can choose to live with the what if. Or we can decide to say, I know you care for me and I appreciate that. Thank you. And yes, I do not have any guarantee and there is no security on my path, but I want to go for it anyway. And I continue walking in these shoes anyhow. Okay? So it comes down to a choice again, right? And I want to encourage you to be brave, to be bold, and to dare to be yourself. okay? And I'm going to be very specific now, okay? Let's take the example of doing your next live video, or maybe your first ever live video. Let me know how many live videos in your life you've already done. I'd be curious to know, right? Because here's the thing, maybe you've been putting it off for a while, or you still haven't done your first one yet because circumstances weren't perfect. Here's the thing, if you really want to help people, you can't make this about you. You can't, because there's people out there who are waiting for you. You're imperfect, but you're you. Are there other people who might bring the same content, the same information? Absolutely. But nobody's gonna bring it to the world just the way that you are going to do it. And there are people out there who are waiting exactly for that from you. They need to hear your voice, your story, your ideas, your laughter. They need to hear your, the melody in your voice, need to see your body language for them to actually resonate. Okay, so they're waiting for you. So please don't leave them hanging and waiting too long, right? And sometimes we all need a cheerleader, don't we? So in case that's where you're at, where you're surrounded maybe by people who are not necessarily understanding what it is that you want to do in your life. And if you feel that you're all by yourself and even your own doubts are creeping in and getting stronger, since that's what everybody keeps on telling you, please get out of your shell. Please widen your world and find a cheerleader. That can be an upline mentor, that can be an online person, whoever. If you don't have anybody, I'm here for you to cheer you on, because here's the thing. I know, my friend, that you have a unique gift for this world, that this world requires to become the best possible place it can be for all of us. Okay, so it's high time you find that cheerleading person in your life. And again, I'm here for you. If you resonate with me, I'd love to be your cheerleader too, right? Somebody to, bring wind underneath your wings instead of cutting them off. Okay, so please be brave. Please be bold. Please be yourself. Don't be perfect. As one of my awesome mentors says, it's not about being perfect. It's just being awesome that's going to make the world change. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was valuable and helpful for you. If it was, let me know what specifically maybe your light bulb moment was, if you had one. And thanks again so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you again on Tuesday. Until then, all the best from the Bavarian Forest, from Katrin. Bye.